All right, today we're going to unpack a really powerful analogy for that feeling of being stuck. Trapped in modern life, even when it feels like freedom is just one single decision away. It's called the salt trap. So let's just start with the central puzzle here, right? How can you possibly be trapped by something that you could technically let go of at any second? I mean, it sounds like a total paradox, but it's a feeling I bet a lot of us know all too well. To really get our heads around this, we have to go back. We're going to look at a simple, almost ancient story about a hunter, a baboon, and a little lump of salt. And trust me, it's a story with a surprisingly modern sting in its tail. Okay, so it all starts with the bait. The hunter's setup is just brilliantly simple. They find a narrow hole in the ground, or maybe they hollow out a gourd, and they place one single irresistible lump of salt inside. So what happens next? The capture. A baboon comes along, it's drawn to this really valuable prize, and it reaches its hand into that narrow opening. It grabs the salt, clenches its fist tight around it, and right there, in that exact moment, the trap is sprung. Now here's the part that's just so clever about this trap's design. The baboon's clenched fist, it's now too big to pull back out through the opening. It's stuck. But, and this is the most important part, it isn't being held by anything. Nothing except its own grip. And that right there, that's the whole idea. This isn't some physical cage, it's a prison of your own making. The way out is simple, but the choice to actually take it, well, that's anything but. Yeah, just let this sink in for a second. The baboon could be free instantly if it just let go. It won't. It values the salt more than its freedom. I mean, think about it. Even as the hunter is walking up a clear and obvious danger, the baboon refuses to release its prize. It has literally decided the salt is worth more than its own freedom. Now you might be thinking, okay, story over, the baboon got caught. But it's not over. Not even close. See, the hunter isn't just after the baboon. No, they have a much, much more valuable target in mind. So get this, the hunter captures the baboon, only to feed it even more salt, making it desperately, incredibly thirsty. Then they let it go, and what does the parched animal do? It runs on pure instinct straight to its secret hidden water source. And the hunter follows right behind. The baboon just led the hunter to the real prize, water. And this is the moment where this ancient story suddenly becomes a mirror. Because in modern life, you are the baboon. So let's break this down. Let's really connect the dots and see how this ancient trap plays out in our world of jobs and technology and ambition. The parallels here are actually pretty shocking. The salt, well, it's not a mineral anymore. It's the golden handcuffs of a high salary, or it's those endless dopamine loops from social media. The clenched fist, that's our own lifestyle creep, our own ego refusing to let go. And the hunter? Well, that's the system. It's corporations. It's the whole architecture of modern work. Let's just zoom in on that clenched fist for a second. This is what people call lifestyle creep. You know the feeling, right? It's that state where your hand is stuck because you refuse to downsize your ego or your expenses to get out of a situation you really don't like. You're trapped in that job you hate, all because you just won't let go of the salt. But you gotta remember, the hunter wasn't really after the salt. And this brings us to what is, without a doubt, the most critical piece of this whole puzzle. Your salt, their water. So here's the salt we're offered every single day. That high salary. The fancy job title that boosts our social status. The constant ping of notifications on our phone. All those trivial little luxuries. And of course, that seductive feeling of comfort. This is the bait, and it's what gets our hands stuck in the hole. But while we're so busy clutching that salt, just look at what they get. This is the hidden water source they were after all along. They get your most precious, non-renewable resources. Your time, your deep, uninterrupted focus, your unique genius, and your raw productivity. They are trading you salt for your water. And this leads us to the final, and maybe the most insidious part of the whole trap. It's the psychological trick that makes the whole thing work. The captive who feels free. This is the ultimate blind spot. You look down at your hand, it's full of salt. The salary, the title, the comforts, and you think, hey, I'm winning. Look at all this stuff I have. But the hard reality is, you're a captive. A well-fed one, maybe, but still a captive who is actively being used to find that invaluable water to build someone else's empire. So we'll leave you with this final thought. The trap was never the hole in the ground. The baboon could have pulled its empty hand out at any time. The trap is the salt. It's the thing you have come to value more than your own freedom. So the real question, the one you have to ask yourself is this: what salt are you refusing to let go of?